All right, so welcome to the promised walk around, poke through of my soon to be, hopefully soon to be, new project. This is a car I'm hopefully trading for in a couple weeks. Have you ever walked around, just you're walking by cars you've seen a million times and you go, wow, that's actually a lot nicer than I thought it was. Well, that's kind of the story on this car. This car's been sitting in the shop for about a year now. I actually found this car originally. Well, I can't say I found it originally. I found it at one friend's and mentioned it to Nate. And Nate ended up trading for it. And it's been sitting here. I have now realized I really, really, really need this car. 1980 Porsche 928. Super solid original car. It was a one-owner car when it was acquired by our friend AJ. It's kind of a local car, if I remember correctly. I believe it's got like 80,000 miles on it. This thing is super, super solid and super cool. I mean, the 928, I've always kind of liked them. Never owned one, never really had a desire to own one, but I do now. So I'm going to pick this one up. Like I said, and as you can see, super solid. Couple little funny things. It's got some weird wiring going all the way back. It's got like a kill switch on the battery, which I'll be removing. But just everything about this car is cool. And as I've been researching 928s, I found out there's something actually pretty rare about this car. I was watching a video on 928s, and they were talking about one of the coolest features of the car is the rear window windshield wiper arm and how it's designed. And I was like, oh yeah, I'll have to check that out. And then I got to looking at pictures and remembered I don't see one. So I started researching, and apparently in 1980, so early car, some say it's an OB car, some say it's not an OB car. I'm not going to get into that debate, but in 1980 they offered a wiper delete where there was no spoiler anyway. And so it doesn't have the rear wiper. Wonder. Oh, it also doesn't have the cam for the rear wiper arm motor. Let's take a look inside here. Obviously, it's kind of funny that it's on a lift, but it's inaccessible. I've never used this lift. Not my lift. Don't feel like learning by myself out at the shop today. But check this thing out. I mean, the seats, bolsters are a little worn. Seats are a little dry. Nothing that some saddle soap won't fix. The dash is a little bit peeled back. I'll probably just tack that back down. It's good and worn up on where the sun has been hitting. It is a sunroof car. Kind of wish it wasn't. But the sunroofs on these are so small anyway, and it appears, yep, it's an electric sunroof car. Yeah, here's that funky kill switch I was talking about. That's the only thing I can think it would be, so I will be removing that, or hiding it better. The 928 is just such a cool car, underappreciated throughout the Porsche community. I mean, this car literally was supposed to be the replacement for the 911. Now that sounds insane, right? But in 1971, when they started designing this car, it's the first car Porsche designed from a clean sheet. 911 sales were sagging. It was an aging platform. So they were looking at doing something a little different. Just listen to this. I'm going to shut up. I know it's rare. Is there anything more German engineering? I know I said this on that 450 SLC we just picked up, but just listen. Oh, it's awesome. let's pop the hood and take a look at that 4.5 liter V8. Whoa, we're gonna take you up under here with me, as I think I just broke my sunglasses. There's the pull. It is an automatic car, but I'm also almost 50, so it doesn't really hurt my feelings that much. I do wish it was a manual car, but that's okay. I have plenty of manual cars to drive. I am contemplating daily driving this. I don't know how well you guys will be able to see this, but what is it with me and picking up pine needle cars? This car is out of Ruidoso, New Mexico. Check out all the original foam. It's collapsing to the touch, so I'm going to quit touching that. But 4.5 liter V8, just obviously never been in a wreck. Integrated urethane bumpers. This car is opal, what do they call it? Opal pearlescent, something like that, i.e. gold. I believe it's an original paint car. And the urethane bumper is going to need to be taken off and resprayed. I am going to go ahead and do that. It will be known that it's been redone, because just about every 928 that hasn't been redone needs that. So every time I pick up a car, I go on Facebook and I join some groups. I'm going to ask you guys for some help. In fact, I might just test it out today, but I'm not a huge fan of 928 phone dials. I don't mind them on 944s, but I don't like the offset on 928 phone dials. But I happen to have a set. Oh, these are 16-inch 928 phone dials. I actually happen to have a set of 944 Fuchs alloys in an original factory gold sprayed center. Even the pedals are sprayed gold. The lip is not. So I'm going to go drag one over here. Chance and I did this the other day out at the shop, and it looks sick. I think I'll be able to, going back to the Facebook thing, first question I posted when I joined a 928 Facebook group was, hey, I want to get rid of my phone dials and I want to put some 944 offset Fuchs alloys on it. Has anybody ever done that? Do they fit? And I got crickets. Absolute crickets. So I think, as dumb as this sounds, and the car is, again, sitting on a lift, I think I'm going to jack up this side here and see if I can put a Fuchs alloy on it and see if they fit. All right, so I drug one over here like I did the other day. You can see, you can see why I would think this would look just absolutely insane. The gold's a little slight darker than the body color, but and they are only 15-inch. That offset is quite a bit different. We're gonna give it a shot. All right, we're back. And yes, I'm intentionally looking under the bottom of the 64 El Camino because I want to do a reveal. They fit. They fit. They don't tuck. They're I bounced up and down on it a bit. See what the suspension would do. I don't want to have to roll this, but my goodness, those look good. I know the light's not great for you guys, but that is awesome. Not sure if I'll run them. Got to try the fronts too. So these are 15-inch, 15 by 8 in the rear, 15 by 7 in the front. Fuchs. These are 16-inch 928 phone dials. Obviously, as I said, the offset's a lot different. That's why these stick out, kind of the wide body look, and that I really like. But I was really worried. They barely clear the rear rotors and backing plates, so I'm not sure what they're going to do on the front with the 7-inch width. They should fit fine. They're probably going to stick out a little bit. I don't know. I'll have a hard decision to make because that, to me, is a world of difference on this car. I don't even own the car yet, and already plotting my changes. So I'm going to jack this back up, take it off, put the 16-inch phone dial back on, and then I want to show you a couple more things about this car. All right, so how original is this car? Very. Original toolkit. Obviously can't say used or not. It's missing one wrench. I just used the factory lug wrench. This is the factory spare bulb box. Obviously got melted at some point, which is an absolute shame. Compact spare. This tag down in here was interesting. Don't know where this is actually supposed to go, but in a bunch of different languages it says readjust new V-belts after 1,000 kilometers or 800 miles. I assume that goes in the engine somewhere. If you're not familiar with 928s, yes, those are rear sun visors. I'm loving the brown. I mean, I love the tan interior, but I'm loving that brown headliner. Looks like that is the original cover that covered back here. This was a epic Grand Tour, and that is exactly how I plan to use it. I'm gonna see if I can squeeze my fat butt into here without dinging the original paint. I know it's gonna be dark in here, but oh, that is a comfortable seat. I am not the tallest man on the planet, but I'm approaching 5'10", right around 5'10", and there ain't much room above me, folks, because of the electric sunroof. Well, the sunroof, whether manual or electric, there's not a ton of room there. Let's check some of the, looks like it's got the original owner's manual. Yep, model year 80. I am digging it. We'll probably, you know what, I'm going to pull this out and we're going to take a look through it real quick. Again, I don't own this yet, but Nate said he's down for making a deal. That is an original service key. That's so stinking cool. Guys, this car is so original. It sucks that the dash is split and peeling back right here. That's okay, because I am gonna daily the heck out of this thing. I know I've said that a million times. I'm gonna build a daily, and then I just keep driving the Toyota Sienna. So this was manufactured in October of '79, so it's an early 80. Let's see what we got here. This is probably not the best place to do this. I'm also not going to do it on the whale tail. We'll come over here. We'll do this. It's kind of fitting. This is a German cart that I bought from the German Air Force when they left here. All right, all the Blaupunkt stuff for the original radio. I want to see if there's any service log in here. Warranty and maintenance. Camelback, Porsche, and Audi. Camelback Road, Phoenix, Arizona. All right, let's see. February 15th. So this was a Valentine's Day, or day after Valentine's Day service of probably the initial. Yep, warranty begins on the date of the first line. Again, at Camelback in Phoenix. None of the original owner stuff is filled out. That's interesting. And there's not another service stamp shown. That's oh, maybe. Oh yeah, here we go. That's much better. All right, so Camelback, and Firestone. Looks like they just put the All right, 75,000. So in 1994, this had 75,956, and they replaced the rear shocks. 1995, oil change with a filter at 77,414 in 1995, January of 95. So folks, I actually graduated high school in 1995. Ah, Whistler. Immobilizer. No. Owner's manual. And then a bunch of insurance stuff. Oh, Cloudcroft, New Mexico. All right, 16 miles up the mountain. That explains the pine needles. And looks like they did service again at 82.2, 84.7. Oh no, they're calculating gas miles there. But at 82.2, they had an oil change. Yep, so this car was out of Cloudcroft. All right, so at 82.2, it had an oil change. It is sitting at, I'm going to get my phone out for a flashlight. And we're going to see how many miles are on it now. $84,704. So, assuming that oil change was done sometime in around 1995 when the 80,000 one was done, or 77 or whatever it was, that's 30 years, folks. That is 30 years. We'll give it a year and say 1996 was when that handwritten oil change was done. Let's see what we got here. Oh, that's from 1981. All right, folks, this car is amazing. I am absolutely in love. I'm going to shut it down for today and make sure to finalize the deal with Nate to buy this car, actually trade for this car, and then we're going to step through everything that needs to be done when a car's been sitting 30 years. I'm pretty sure it drove in here though, so there's that. Obviously, the very first thing I'm going to be doing is attacking the timing belts, because timing belt and tensioner, because it's probably the original one, honestly. I didn't see anything in the service history, but I'm going to flip back through there. I'm just not going to do it one-handed while I film. All right, so now you guys know why I'm super excited. Bit of a rare 928, my first 928. In fact, I guess I've had a 924, I've had a 944, and a ton of 914s. But it's going to be my first 928, and who knows, if I hit the lottery, maybe I'll buy Ladybug from Nate, because everybody needs a 911. All right, so signing off for today. You've seen it now. Going to take a bunch of pictures and go home and dream. Y'all have a good day.